Hello, my peeps. This is Sparklys 26 and I am Gina. So, I have here Gemstone Orphanage. I have won this Nekkid Baby. Well, they're calling it a doorstep baby. But this, it has the yellow and the pink. But when I saw it online and we had to give it a name, the orange and pink, or the yellow and pink, made it look peachy. So I was putting together a mix for it, but it don't really go with the pink. So I had to revise everything. So this is what I come up with. Yellow and pink. Instead of mixing them, I'm just going to keep it separate. It's like, whoop, right down the line. And then I have a yellow and a pink earrings. Are they in view? Let me see. Yeah, they're in view. A little bit. A little bit. I always have to keep checking because it doesn't always get everything in there. But isn't this pretty? That is so pretty. Look at it. Very pretty. It's like flower. Like a flower. So, I have this, and then I'm going to put this together with 49 strand. This is a 49 strand because it's the softest drape. It has 49 strands of stainless steel going through, and then the inch is 0.019, which is your average wire, beading wire, or 0.018 or 0.017 or 0.02. In that vicinity, that's your average. So, anyway, I have pearl. It doesn't matter what color I have because I'm going to cover it up anyway. So, I'm going to use up my colored ones. And this pearl is 100 feet, so I'm using it up. So we're going to start at the top, and I need to put my glasses on so I can see the hole. There it is. And doink, there we go. We got a hole. Oh my goodness, what do I do with my glasses? Hang on. Oh, they weren't on my desk, so I didn't think to put them on. I almost got like, where the heck are they? I turned around and there they were. They're almost always on my desk. So anyway, we're going to string this up. And then when we get down here, I have a bail. It's a pinch bail. Maybe we'll do that right now. It has a gold bead inside the bail so that the beading wire doesn't rest right on the metal here. So that's where this is going to go. So let's throw the pinch bail on. So a pinch bail is exactly what it is. These two beads are points, pins. Oh my goodness. They push together. Oh wow. Wowza. Get my pliers in there and open them. Put my pliers in and open the pliers. Oh, there we go. There we go. Open. There we go. And then you put one pin in front or back, don't matter, either way. And then, oh, we gotta get a little bit more. You don't really want to open these too wide. Okay, try that. Okay, I put it in the back and now the front. And then we're going to just squeeze, 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 and pinch and shut. Hence, pinch bail. Ta-da! Beautiful. There we go. And it's done. Ta-da, da-da, da-da. Okay, and then this little bead is going to go inside, like I already said. And, whoops, get a hold of it, and there we go. So, this bead, gold bead, now I gotta get it out. Get it out. I gotta put the string through it, so there we go. Put it right there. Alrighty. Put my veil right there because it's so pretty. So pretty. I won that. They had Gemstone Orphanage. Hang on. Always have challenges going on every week. And every month is a new challenge. And one month, I think this was in August. I think it was August because September was different and now it's October. So way back in August, they had gemstones, pendants, all different shapes and sizes and colors. And you had to name these gemstones. So I was just going along, and I looked at it, and then I just named it and just kept going. Do I have this in right order? I had to make sure I got it in the right order. So anyway, I won this one. I named it, because I thought it was peach, I named it Dreamsicle. And Dreamsicle won. So here I have it. But it's actually yellow and pink now that I see it. But it's still beautiful. It's a beautiful pendant. And I decided to go half and half. I've never made a necklace half and half, so why not? Something fun, something different. Yeah, gotta change it up every once in a while, you know. And then I just decided to go 2 strands. Actually, I wanted to do, we should have started with the short strand, because then as we come along here, we could add that on, because I'm going to use these little tiny clamshells. Itty bitty clamshells. I think my seed bead will fit in there. Let's make sure my seed bead will fit inside. Oh, it sure will. Okay. All right, let's string this short part. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I want to use this. Oh, I have to start over. Hang on. I'm going to let this out. Bring it out. And string this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I knew I wanted to start here, but then I get started, and the first thing I do is head for the top, because that's the way I always start, and I forget that I need to do this one first, because as I do this one, I'm going to have this on the end. I can just slip it right on. That's what we're going to do. Now these are peach pearls. Isn't they pretty? So pretty. Peachy pearls. So I thought I'd throw in some peach anyway. We got light, and then we have dark, and then we have gold bead. Now we're going to go into our yellow. Yellow. I almost found some oval pinks. I found some teardrop ones, but they were briolettes. I'm like, oh man, it was the perfect pink. Perfect pink. but I didn't have any, so I'm just gonna go with, are these pretty? They're yellow, nice striations in there. Beautiful. I got these a long time ago. I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna ever use yellow. I don't use yellow very often. And there was green. There's green ones like that. And I think there was another color. And I still have them. I don't know what year I got them, but they've been here a while. Just waiting for the perfect moment to shine. So I just messed up my sequence on the end here. So we're going to put this in here. Ay, ay, ay. And then we're going to go this, and then this, and then we're going to go there. Okay, so then we're going to go, there's another pearl. This goes on the other side here. This goes on here. Ta-da! We fixed it. All right. We got a gold bead in there. Yes. Okay. That is plenty long enough. We're going to put it this way. So our end, we are going to put on a crimp bead. Now with colettes, you always put the crimp bead on second. And what they do, well, a lot of people, they will put the crimp bead down inside there, smash the crimp bead, and then close up the clamshell. Well, I did that, and I kept a necklace for myself, and I wore it out, and my necklace fell apart. I started wearing, or I was walking, and all of a sudden my necklace just fell. And I'm like, oh my gosh, all my beads. And I was looking, I'm like, no beads fell. So I'm like, what is going on? And I looked, oh, I see. It was one of the smashed crimp beads wasn't big enough, and it was able to maneuver through that hole and come out. So I had to shimmy it back in there, and I decided to go a different route. So now I'm putting the crimp bead on first, and then I'm going to put on the clamshell or a collet. That's called a collet. And then a seed bead. And then what I'm going to do is take this back up and then go around the seed bead and down the collet hole. There's a hole down there. And these are tiny. They're tiny, but they're pretty. I think they're satin gold. I don't remember. Uh-oh. Am I going to get two through here? Gosh, it's so small to work with. Get in there. There we got it. And then we're going to go back through the crimp bead. Get in there. And now we're through the crimp bead. And we're going to pull this up. Pull. Pull. And get nice and snug. Pull it down. Get that seed bead down inside there. Oh my goodness. Hang on here. I'm going to pull this a little. There. And then we put up our seed bead. And then this is what it looks like. The seed bead's right down inside there. And then we're going to close it up. And close. Whoop. Oh, it is too big. Seed bead's too big. It just bent them. close it as much as I can and bring these two loops together. Bring them back together. And I think I'm going to have to do that. Hang on, I want to get this crimped. We'll crimp this, separate our wires, get our wires one over there, one over here, and we will crimp this. Do I want to crimp it or get a smaller bead? Decisions. I'm thinking if I can get these two back together again. I don't want to keep bending it because it'll just snap off. All right, I need to get this one to bend over this way. And then come together. Get this one to come over this way a little bit more. Just a wee bit more. Come over. And you need to move a little bit. Let me move this one up. So we're getting there. Yeah, this is a 11-0 seed bead, and it's obviously just a tad too big. In fact, for the other ones, am I going to get these together? This isn't quite closed, but we have that. You know what? I'm just going to get a different size bead. Now I have to get in there and spread it open. I need to spread it open with something that's gonna really narrow. So now, get in there. I gotta spread this open. Pull this down because we're not gonna use it. And push this up there. And open these. Open, sorry, out of view. Okay, now I got it open. Now I'm going to get this in there and spread it open. There we go. Okay, well, I have to go get a 15-0 out. And I'm messing up my... There we go. Pop this out. Take that off. And get some 15-0s. Okay. I have a 15-0 bead. Stick that on. Well, it turned. And we'll just do it this way. Oh my goodness. Yeah, do I need a smaller wire? Oh, yeah, you know, all I wanted to do is make a necklace. And it's proven to be difficult today. And this wire is too big around to go in this hole. It is, I'm finding it weird that I can't get this one through. Whoops, where'd it go? There. Get in there. All right, well, I'm going to fight with this because I know. Oops, where'd it go? It keeps flinging it. All right, hang on. Okay, it does work. I tried a different bead and then it went on. And then I tried that one and it did go on. Of course, because I'm off camera, it's going to work perfectly. All right, crimp bead. Okay, we're going to slide this back up, all the way up to here. And we're going to, we got our little tiny bead, our seed bead. And I'm just going to use it in that bent area so that we'll use that part up. And then we're going to go back down through the hole. And we're going to have problems with that too because it's so small. There we go. There we go. And we're through. And we're through the crimp bead. And we're going to pull down again. Pull down. I want to pull down on this side. And there we go. Nice and snug. There. The seed bead is down inside. Where is it? Right there. Oop. Okay, now let's close it up. We will close it up. And this time it should come together nicely, just like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And now we're going to crimp. And we're going to go in the back groove. Put our wires and squeeze, turn and front, and then fold and squeeze. Beautiful. Now these holes look like they need a little help because I wrapped them. So we'll line them up. Just line them up, just squeeze. And go this way. There we go. We got a nice hole. All right. Now we're going to cut off this excess because we don't need it and we don't want it. Oh my gosh. How long was that? Like 15, 20 minutes? We ain't got anywhere. Oh, well, you know. It happens. It happens to the best of us. You have the best intentions. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Very pretty. And now I'm going to cut off about 4 finger lengths. Give myself enough room to work with. You gotta have enough wire to work with because if you cut it short, oh boy, you're just going to have triple the problems. So we're going to do another crimp bead. Crimp bead. And then we're going to go with a collet. And then I'm going to try and poke it this way. And it went right in. And now we're going to go up, and then we're going to go back down through the collet. Back around the seed bead and into this collet hole and back into the crimp bead. Beautiful. Now pull down. We want to, I want this to, yeah, actually pull down. I want it to, I gotta hold it. I still have it. All right, pliers. We'll just use this. Pull. I'm pulling up on the wrong side. There we go. We want this to get right down to the beads. There we go. And now we can pull down. Pull up on this side. Just want to get nice and snug. And now pull down. Hang on to the collet. And then pull down on the wire. we go. It's not down all the way. See that loop? Still not down. So hang on to the collet, use your pliers, and pull. There we go. We got a little bit of room there, but that's fine. You need a little bit of wiggle room because you want it to be able to move and shift around. So we're going to close this up. Close it up. There we go. And then squeeze these together. And we have a nice hole. And then we're going to crimp our crimp bead. Get it in the back groove and squeeze and turn in the front groove and fold. Beautiful. Now we're going to snip off this excess. Get right up there, nice and close. Snip. And we have it. Ta-da! Took a while, but we got it. Now, when we string, we'll just slide that onto the wire. Oh. All right, now the sequence down here has been disrupted. So we go this and this. And okay, I'm on a sequence. I am on a sequence. Ugh. Don't know. Because I only have 4 of these yellow ones. So I only have so many. So I'm going to go this. I'm out of beads. And then this and this. I don't know. I was throwing in nope, that's a crystal and a crystal together. Goodness gracious. And we're back. Let's get started. Oh my goodness. The troubles and trials and errors. There we go. Now we're on a roll. We're just going to string, which shouldn't be a problem. Except these gold beads have a hollow inside. So they don't just go straight through all the time. And then the pearls, you might have to ream. That's the one thing with working with pearls is I have to get to a pearl. I'll show you. Okay, this is hollow inside and it's going to stop. And there we go. Went through. There's a pink bead and then here's a crystal. This crystal is kind of pinkish orange. Kind of pink peach. And then, okay, now, see this coating? This coating sometimes covers the hole, and you'll have to get a reamer out, which is, I got one over here, right here, I'm circling around here. It's your reamer, which I've used for quite a bit. I used it with glue last time. And so the super glue's got to come off. But this, yeah, kind of ream it out. Some pearls, you just got to just sit and just ream them all out. Goodness, I got to move my leg. You got to just ream them. Ah! I dropped my beads. There we go. There we go. I hang on to my beads because I don't want to just let them drop and clang together. I used to do that. I would, for some stupid reason, I would hang the string just over the floor and I just string them along and clang, clang, clang. And I'm like, I used a crackle bead. It was a square crackle bead and it broke. I'm like, oh no. So I had to go back and take them all off and restring, replace that bead. And I thought, oh, well, I probably shouldn't let them clang together. You know, that was back when I first started. Why on earth I would just hang it over the floor and just drop the beads? No. So I hang on to them and then I let them drop. There we go. Going along here. Whoops. Let's see. Now we gotta figure out where we want this to come in at. Right there. That looks good because this is going to come down a little bit more. Want it to be a little, yeah. Right. I think that would be good. So right in between those two beads there. And we're going to go with this and then a pearl. These pearls are working out pretty good. I got them from Amazon. So we're going to go gold bead, this, and then we're going to slip that on just like this. Just throw it on. And I'm going to drop those beads. And I keep doing that. And then drop this down. See, I got it. There we go. Drop it down. I'm trying to keep it away from my beads so they're not getting strung all over the place. Here we go. That and that. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay, we're back on track. One more time. I keep going off track. That ain't good. I don't like going off track. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's not. And I need a radio. Radio play. Doing, 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 doing. Yeah, I like having a radio going. And yet I never turn one on. Of course, there's not one in here. So I could probably bring in my clock radio from my room. I don't know. I have a little radio going in the background. I don't know. Do you guys like that? I don't know. Because I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind one bit. But then other people, I don't know. Here is our gold bead for our no. Okay, where is it? It is not sitting here. It is not sitting here. Oh, it's up here. And here's the yellow pearl I was looking for. I had to buy I had to buy a new one. Oh my gosh. I had to get a new one. Okay, now we're going to put this on. And it's going to go over that gold bead. Just like that. And then we're going to keep stringing. We're going to go to the yellow. And that'll go on that side. And then we want to pay attention because we want that right there is where the second one, what do you call it? Second drape. On here is a gold bead. I probably need to put on right here. Oh. Today is a fun day, isn't it? It's just fun. I'm having fun anyway. Just, you just gotta laugh it off, more or less, you know? Yeah, run into problems, but that's okay. We can get through them. There's always a way to get through. You just gotta figure it out. So you can, if and when you can figure it out, then it's great. But if you can't figure it out, oh, see here we got a hole. You can't figure it out, then you run into problems, and then you run into frustration, and then it's not fun anymore. So that's no fun. So we figured it out. Okay, now I want. Oops. Oh, there it goes. Oh my gosh. I get, okay, just like this. I think it was with that gold bead. Yeah, I'm going to put this one on, and then the gold bead, and then that. Okay, let's see how this looks. Right through the two holes. Pull it down. There we go. Now, lift it up. Yes, that will work beautiful. Pull up some more string that is down on the floor. Oy, oy, oy. Pull this up, and then this has got such a small hole that it's just, you gotta glide it down. Glide it down. There. Glide it down. So is it, I need to no, there we go. There we go. Now we're getting some string. There we go. More string. We need enough to, goodness, okay, let me get this string off the floor. It's unraveling. Oh, look at, here we go. We got all this string. We'll work with this. Oh my goodness. All right, let's pull our string. We need to pull more string. Pull down. There we go. Now that should be enough. That should be enough to finish. Okay, we're going to stop pulling on the string now. Get back to stringing. See, now stringing, people are like, stringing is so simple. No, not really. Because first of all, you have to come up with a pattern. And the pattern's got to work for you. You know, it's got to flow. It's got to look good. And so you're getting out your spacer beads. You're getting out bead caps. You spend a lot of time just figuring out how you want it to look. And then you've seen the problems I've had already today. String it along. Yeah, okay. As long as everything works together, it does. Just gotta make it. Always make it work. I love these pearls. I'm not having any issues of getting my beading wire through. Yeah, I hang on to them here, and then I let them drop. These kind of look like lemon drops. Kind of look like lemon drops. Okay, we got this. Reposition my beads. And then I also have to string them up to see if they're even, because these have different beads than the other side, so they're going to be different sizes. Whoop, and it's not, there we go. So you got to make sure it's even Steven. Here we go. And we are to the end. Ta-da! Okay, now we're going to check and see if our two strands come together and it's equal. Okay, I'm going to hang on to it right there. Hopefully, well, it's going to keep, this string is pulling through. Okay, pull it, straighten it out. There we go. All right, we want yellow over here. And then I put this on backwards. Put that on backwards. Turn this around. I put the turned it around. There we go. Now we have this. Perfect. Oh my goodness. Oh, here we go. We gotta get that. What's going on? It was on the right way. It was just flipped over. Oh, there we go. Pretty. And this is great. It works. So we're going to stop. And I don't want to use up all this wire, so I'm going to put some more back through. So now we're going to do crimp bead, and we're going to do a wire guard. This is your wire guard. It is exactly what it's called. You put your wire, beading wire in, up over the groove and down through this hole and back through the crimp bead. And then you pull down and it protects your wire. See? You don't want it like that. You want it like that. So you can put a jump ring in there. So now the jump ring will rest on this metal versus your beading wire. And that's what I like to do. I like to protect. And we're going to the back groove and squeeze. And we're going to go to the front groove and fold. And there we go. Looks just like that. Beautiful. And we're going to cut this excess off. Cut it off. There we go. Now, I'm going to slide all this back down. Oh, it's going very well. Nice. Here it comes, here it comes. There it is. Okay, not too tight. There we go. Okay. I'm going to give myself 4 fingers lengths. That's about what I need to work with. And then we're going to put on a crimp bead. Crimp bead first. And then wire guard. In one hole. Up and over the groove and down through the other hole and protect our wire and put it down through the crimp bead. In. There we go. It's not going in. And this is not, it's getting away from me. All right. There we go. Pull the crimp bead up. All right, now we're going to pull that crimp bead down and then pull our necklace up to the wire guard. And we want it nice and snug, but not too snug. We want it to flow. And so we're going to crimp. We're going to get in that back groove. We're going to pull down on that wire. We don't want it up, sticking up past that. So we're going to pull down on this wire. I'm going to turn it over here so I can hang on to it. And then we're going to put it in the back groove and squeeze. And get it in the front groove and squeeze. And then we're going to trim. And then this is actually a long necklace. I wonder how long it is. Hang on, let me check. I'm going to check. It is, oh, the yellow's a little bit longer. Oh no, the yellow's a little bit longer. This goes like that. And the yellow is actually longer. Well, all right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my goodness, it's a 24-inch. It's a 24-inch, and this is about that much longer. But I'm not going to fix it. I'm not going to fix it. It's made. It's just, it is what it is. So we're going to put on our clasp. So we have a jump ring for both sides. And I got these other jump rings for the earrings. Let's see. We want our bent nose and flat nose. This is what I use. This is how I open my jump ring. I put my jump ring in my bent nose, have the opening at the top, take my flat nose, this is your flat nose, and then I open it up just a little bit, just enough to put this on, and then your clasp, and then close it up. That's it. Just like that. And then this side, I didn't get out a jump ring for the clasp, but it could go in here. Just a little bit. Get that on and close it up. You feel the metal rubbing? It is closed. But this will go on here. Yep. And it's a very, very long necklace. It's pretty. It is very pretty. I like it. Put this over like that. And there we go. All right, let's do our earrings. I did one earring one color, another earring a different color. So I'm bringing this down. This is going to be our dangle. And then these two, or 3 beads right here, are going to go on an eye pin. Get up here in the middle where you can see. And then these are going to make a loop. Oh my goodness, I fixed my leg. Oh, okay, we're going to use this one. I got 2 of them, but I'm thinking one might work for both of them. But anyway, I should probably get a clamp just so my beads don't fall off on the other side. So here we get one of these little spring thingies. I forget what you call them. Bead stopper. And you put that on your wire like that. And it keeps your beads from falling off on the other side as you string. So we're just going to make a loop with these beads. Here we go, loop-de-loo. Here we go, loop-de-eye. All on a Saturday night. Although it is Friday. It is Friday, people. We made it to the end of the week. It is now the end of the week. Oh, you guys, I got on the scale today and I weighed myself. I've lost 9.5 pounds since my surgery. I'm like, so it's been 2.5 weeks since my surgery and I lost 9.5 pounds. I am so proud. And I'm under 200 pounds. I am out. I have a 1 in front of my weight instead of a 2. I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm happy. Spread the news. All right, now we're going to do a collet again. So we're going to do a crimp bead. Where'd they go? I know I had 4 of them out because I need 4 or more. What happened to the rest of them? They probably got thrown somewhere with these beads moving around. Hang on, I gotta get some more crimp beads. They're in this little vial here. And we're going to go 2. Of course, we need 1 over here and 1 over there. And there's a bone there. Keep this flat. Okay, put that on, put it away. And we need a crimp bead. Crimp bead on. And then we need a collet right through that hole. And now we need a seed bead, which is easier if you just, there we go, just like that. And now you're going to bring your wire up and over and back through, past the crimp bead and into the collet hole. There we go. And then pass right through the crimp bead. Now, we're not going to use so much wire. I'm going to pull up a little bit on it and pull down on this side. There we go. Close that up. Close it up. I want you to see. I'm going to close, but it makes it more difficult. There we go. And it's closed. Now we're going to crimp. We're going to separate our wires, which I have a very small wire here. Put that crimp bead right up there. And we're going to crimp. We're going to get it in the back groove. Get it in the groove. Oh, I like to do it upside down. There it is. There's the groove I'm looking for. And we're going to center it and squeeze. And we're going to turn in sideways and fold over. Beauteous. 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 Okay, now we're going to flip. And send these down. And we're going to do the same on this side. We're going to do crimp bead. Collet. And seed bead. What did I do that? I just had it. I just moved it. Oi, oi, oi. I'm like looking at my fingernails, say we got stuck in my fingernails. What happened to it? Oh my gosh, it just up and disappeared. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, that went right on. Okay. Past the crimp bead, through the collet, and through the crimp bead, right there. And then we're going to pull everything down. First, we want to get it down to the beads. Get it all the way down to the beads first. And you want that to be able to bend. So not too tight. Let it a little room. There we go. Just like that. And then we're going to pull this down. And it's going to need a little help here. Pull down. Pull, 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 pull down. Hang on to the collet. Pull down. There you go. The seed bead is sitting right inside. There's a little bit of wire there, but it's needed so we can bring these together. So we're going to close this up, pull this down, close this up, and it's closed. Voila! Crimp the bead, get it in the back groove, and squeeze, turn, front groove, and fold. There we go, and then we're going to cut this off. And then that's enough for our second one. So here we have this, and now I have an eye pin, and you can make your own eye pins. I decided to do that, but I have to use up, I'm going to use up all my eye pins, and then I'm going to start making my own. There we go. And I got that all ready, and we're going to make a wrap loop. See how soft that is? It's very bendy. So I'm going to make a wrapped loop. And get all around those. I've got all my pliers out now. Every single one of them. So we're going to start with down at the very, very, very bottom and fold that over 90 degrees. We're going to bring our pliers up and then bend that wire all the way around. Rotate your pliers to get that to go all the way around, just like that. Now we're going to put that wire, wrap that wire inside that, just like that. Just like downtown. Just like downtown, people. And there we go. And there's a little bit there we're going to tuck in. Just like that. Straighten this up. Beauteous. Okay, now we're going to make a little dangle. So now I have a ball head pin. Ball head pin. And then we're going to go with a wrapped loop because it's very soft. It's a very small wire. So I need my round nose. We're going to go right above the bead. Bend the wire over the bead. Rotate our pliers. We'll get it right in that groove. And then we just need a small hole. So I'm just going to stay down at the bottom. And we're going to bend the wire around. Rotate your pliers and bring that wire all the way around just like that. Now, we're going to wrap in there, and just like that. Just like that. And we got an itty bitty tiny bit there. Nice. Oh, chasing it. There we go. Beauteous. Beauteous, beauteous, beauteous. Okay, now we have a jump ring. Here is our jump ring. And we're going to open it up with our bent nose. And it is over here. Put it in, open side up. Use our flat nose that is buried over here. Where's the opening? Where? Right there. Open up just a little bit. Now we're going to start on this side. Put this on this side. Probably be easier if you hung onto it with pliers. Give yourself some room to get it on. Got to go through those 2 loops. Whoops. Through. And then we're going to go over here. And we're going to put this on. And then now, gotta hang on to it over here. And bring this around. And put that on this way. There we go. And now we're gonna close it up. I just thought of something. Where am I going to put the hook on? Oh my goodness. I think I need another jump ring. Throw on a jump ring and then an ear hook. I don't even have the ear hook out. This is what I wanted to make. Well, I made it. Ta-da. And then this, I was supposed to put that on first. Because once you get these made, it's hard to get these to open up and get your dangle on. And open up just a little bit more because you don't want to open it too wide. You don't want to wreck your circle or your loop. And pull back on this. It should be able to get in there. And it's not. So we got to open up a little bit more. Get it on there. There, it should go on. There we go. Now it's on. And we're going to close it up. Now we got to get it closed. See, I should have put this on first. There we go. Woo! And there's our earring. But we need an ear hook. How are you supposed to wear it? Hanging on your ear? I don't know. All right, let's get out a jump ring. These are from Potomac Beads. We'll use these. So, I'm going to dump these out. There's one pair that's silver. I'm going to put that one back. And one of these. Okay. So it's back. And now I have these large jump rings. Opening at the top. Just like that. And then we're going to get our flat nose. Open it up. I don't know how wide we got to open it, but we're going to have to open it pretty wide. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the middle bead. Oh, no. Oh. It's going to be awkward. Well, get my fingers out of there, or my pliers. There we go. And then close this up. My watch is telling me I've been sitting too long. And close. And then we're going to put our ear hook. This is our ear hook. We're just going to hook that right onto the jump ring. Gotta open it up a little bit. Open says me. Me, me, me. There we go. Just a little bit. Just enough to get that jump ring on. And it's going to hang. Whatever. that up nice and snug, right up against that wire. And hey, hangs pretty nice. It is pretty. Very pretty. All right, we're going to make a second one. Do you want to watch me make a second one, or are you going to shut off the video? Oh boy. All right, we're going to put our stop bead on the end here, and then we're going to string. I wonder if I should do like 10, because then it won't be, I don't know. And that, if I do 10, well, this one will have a center part if I put 10 on. Because right now I only have 9. I'm like, 9 makes a loop, but then I wasn't thinking about the ear hook that would have to go on top. It needs a center point. So you have to have even number of beads so you can get in the center of between 5 and 5. Where this is, the center is this bead right here. So now it's off to the side. So should we fix this side since we know what we're supposed to do? This, let me see. How many beads we got here? See? It's not coming. There we go. Poke it through. Just stab it. It'll come through. All right. It's supposed to have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was wondering. Then we have 5 on one side, 5 on the other side, and there's the center right there. That's where, okay, well, I didn't have 10 on this side. Oopsie. All right. Woo! Now we're going to put on our collet. So we need our, where is it? I got out another crimp bead. I got out 2 crimp beads. Oh, yeah. Oh, look. Oh, this is yellow. Never mind. I was going to say, oh, look, we got another bead. I have to get out another crimp bead. I don't know where my stuff is disappearing to, but I don't know. Oh, it's not back here. It's not in these. It's right here. Didn't I get out 2 last time? Thought I got out 2. All right. Ah, boy. Okay, we're going to finish this up and be done. Okay, crimp bead, collet. I got the right number of collets out. Yay! There we go. And then we're going to stab this through the hole up here. Bring it up. And then we're going to bring our wire up and over. Past that seed bead. And then through the collet. Through the collet. Go, go, go. Push. All right. Did I get it? I think I got it. I did. Okay, now we're going to go back through the crimp bead. And we're going to come up, and we're going to use just a little bit of wire because we need enough wire for this side. So I'm going to pull down on this side, pull way, way, way down. And that's how it should look. And then we're going to close up the collet. There we go. Nice and closed. And then we're going to crimp. I have the wires. I can feel they're separated. And we're going to squeeze, turn in front, and fold. There we go. And then there is our piece we have to cut off. Just a wee bit. Whoops, wrong side. There we go. Get rid of that. And same for the side. Seed bead. Seed bead. Crimp bead. Crimp bead. Okay, this should be our last crimp bead. Here's our collet. Okay, crimp bead. And collet. And then we have one more seed bead. 15-0. And we'll slide that up. And we're going to go past that crimp bead or the seed bead and down through the collet and through, whoops, didn't go through. And back through, oh, right through the crimp bead. Pull it down. We want to get this down to, we want that down to the rest of the beads first. So, oh, I had a hold of the collet. Okay, there we go. Pull up. And now I'm going to pull down on the wire. Ah, it just pulled the collet up. Oh, okay, this is the hard part because once you get it down here, it's kind of a struggle. You gotta get it to come up, get the wire to come up from, all right, which side am I pulling on? I want it to go down. All right, just pull that down and then pull this side down. And we need to leave a little bit of room for it to bend. So we need a little bit more room. Not too much. I don't want too much wire showing. And then we got that. We have that. So we're going to close it up. And hang on to it and close it up. There we go. And then we're going to crimp it. And then turn and fold. And then we're going to cut off the excess. And then we're going to eye pin. We have an eye pin and my beads. I think it's this one and this one and this one. I think that's what I had over here. So we're going to slide those down. And this our dangle. I'd rather have crystal. Oh, ran out of crystals because they're all over there. So this is our dangle. All right, I'm going to do the dangle first. Remember, we got to do this first. Do the dangle. And not the tangle, the dangle. And we're going to push that over the pliers. Rotate the pliers. Bring that wire up and over. Rotate the pliers around. And bring that wire all the way around. Just like that. And then we're going to wrap. Grab a hold of the end. And wrap. Just like that. And we're going to snip off as close as possible. There we go. Oh, that was perfect. Oh. Beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? It is beautiful. And now we're going to, because we have room, we're going to open this up just a little bit. All we have to do is open it just a little. Roll it and just tweak it open, just like that. And then we're going to put on our dangle. Boop, just like that. See how easy that was? Put your dangle on first. Oops. Get it in there. Get it in there. It's amazing how they'll just slip right out, but it won't go on. It's easy. Open it up just a wee bit. Get that on there. I want it closed before anything happens. There. And we have our dangle. And then the rest of our earring, we're going to do the same. We're going to put our round nose up against the last bead there. Bend it over the pliers. Rotate the pliers in that groove. Bring that wire up and over. Rotate the pliers and bring it across. Just like that. And then we're going to wrap in that. See how long this is? It just works out for you much better. It just does. Just like that. 3 wraps. Probably didn't even need 3 wraps. And snip. Snip. There we go. And we got that off. And we need to push that in. There we go. And we have our earring. Okay, now assemble time. Okay, we have our jump ring. Just one of these. Here's our opening at the top. Our flat nose. Open. And now we're going to start from this side. So we want to put this side on this way. And then this side comes on this way. But before we do that, we're going to slide this dangle on. And then do this side. Slip that on. It's very important to pay attention to what you're putting on your jump ring first, second, third, so everything hangs right. So, and which side? Okay, gotta bring this back up and over this side and back down. Get a hold of it and close it up. And it's springy, so it's coming off. And I'm going to, whoops, and we lost our dangle as well. This on. Okay, now I'm going to keep a hold of this. And there we go. Close. There we go. And there's our earring. So we got this on this side, and then the dangle. Have the dangle. It needs to be on the bottom. This is on the top. That's not going to work. What's this one? How's this one look? Like that. Just like that. That's how it's supposed to look. This on there. See, it wants to go this way. And all right, we got to bring, we gotta bring this off. Bring it off. Bring this off. And now I'm not really sure. It's supposed to, if I put that on last, that's not going to be the right sequence. I don't know. You know what? I'm done. It will eventually relax, I guess. I don't know. Bring this around. Like that. And now we're going to put our jump ring first. Our jump ring. Open. Oh, quite a ways because you got to get through all these pearls. Up and through and close. Oy, oy, oy. And close it up. You know, when I first started this, I thought, easy peasy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But look at the problems I ran into. Oh my goodness. You know, it wouldn't be a project for me if it went smooth, because it just doesn't. And we have to open that up a wee bit. Open this up. Open. There we go. Just a touch. Just to get through here. And we're going to close it. Close it up. Just like that. Ooh. And there is our pair of earrings. So cute. So cute. All right. I got extra. Okay, these go on the earrings. I'll put those on. These are extra. I'll put those away. All right, this away. And these can get thrown away. And let's put these on the earrings real quick. And the first time usually is the toughest. There we go. And we got this one. Whoops. Why is it? It is. What? It's like it's upside down. Oy, oy, oy. All right. Uh-oh. I lost a light. Back on. All right, people. Let's get these tools put back. Get them all off here anyway. And a jump ring we didn't need. All this we didn't need. I'll pick it up later. Wires in the way. And this piece here. All right, now we're going to go like this, and then we're going to have an earring over here, and an earring over here. There we go. And that's it. Voila! We made a necklace and a pair of earrings. Ta-da! All right, let me see. I have to look and make sure. Yeah, it just needs to be moved a little bit. I just dropped something on the floor. Let me see. There we go. Just a little bit this way, and ta-da! Oh my goodness, people. We did it. We made a necklace and a pair of earrings that are just kind of kind of different. Yellow on one side, peachy pink on the other side. And I love it. So this is my, what is it? Dreamsicle. That's my dreamsicle. That's my dreamsicle pattern and earrings and necklace. And I'm glad it's done. It's over with. All right. Until next time, people. Happy beading.